Tep village lies at over 2,000 meters above sea level. There are no roads, no cars, but there is a school. Every Wednesday, the residents come in traditional attire. They sing the national anthem. Nature conservation is on the lesson plan today, specifically endangered species. The teacher asks everyone to look carefully at this headdress.
What's this? Huh? Okay, this is a fur taken from a tree kangaroo's tail, and this is the shell from the coast. This is tree kangaroo acting from this time ago, and this.
The tree kangaroo's habitat is under threat here, and the teacher's primary aim is to get locals thinking about the future of their region.
It doesn't look good. So all you have to do is conserve him, preserve him for tomorrow's use. That's what conservation is all about.
This is how birds are hunted in these parts. When the men of Tep Tep go hunting in the forest, their singing can be heard from far away. Accompanying the hunting party is the teacher. He works for the Yus Conservation Project, named after the area's main rivers, the Yapno, Urawa, and Som. The hunters are heading up to the mountains and the still untouched rainforest. Do these men, who have grown up in the rainforest, really need to be taught the value of nature conservation?
People have been moving about cutting trees, and they've been moving into the conservation area. That's why a lot of disturbance has been done in this area. That's why you don't see a lot of animals in here. Maybe you hear a little bit of whistles from the birds, songbirds, but you don't actually see. That's
okay.
Paul John and his family own this land. Together with members of the Conservation Project, he marks the border separating the protected rainforest from usable forest. There are incentives for locals to stop hunting and felling trees in the rainforest. The Conservation Project funds the school as well as medical care in Tep Tep.
I pledge my land for conservation. Conservation will help me to protect the animals and the plants that are high up on my land. I want to leave my children an intact forest. Below the protected area, we're creating a buffer zone. And there, we can continue using the forest for our own purposes.
The Yus Project, the first of its kind in Papua New Guinea, covers some 76,000 hectares of land and is partially funded by the German government. The problem here is not mass deforestation by commercial enterprises, but rather the growing population and its growing domestic demand for timber. 500 young trees were chopped down for this house. Namu Yaoro is a conservation officer, and sometimes he can only appeal to landowners' consciences.
You think this is my house, but last time you almost by Christmas. My job, I want to encourage people we have to plant more trees. We have to plant more trees so that they can help us to build this type of houses in the later years. Or we can plant now for our kids who are coming up in the later years.
The inhabitants of Tep Tep live from the products of their own gardens. The Conservation Project helps them to cultivate the land more efficiently. The farmland is expanding up the mountains, and is posing an increasing threat to the forests. Teacher Danny Samandinke is one of the many villagers who keep pigs. Hunting is no longer necessary as a source of food.
They grow soybeans, peas, and most chickens, local chickens and pigs. They use those to supplement the protein source from the village themselves.
Around 10,000 people live in the remote conservation area. It's a 3-day walk to the nearest town. Visitors are treated to a traditional theater and dance performance called a sing-sing. Each of the 35 villages in the region has a dance group like this. For Danny Samandinke, conserving local traditions is an equally important priority.
Culture is important because in some way forest is related to their culture. Like what they get from in their cultural activities have been taken from the forest. So in terms of conserving the forest, it's important for their culture.
And that's why the children come to school in traditional dress once a week. Sing-sings have also been incorporated into the curriculum. The Yus region could be a model for the rest of Papua New Guinea, getting local people to conserve the rainforest in their mountains.